At the end of the topic, you will be able to identify linear equations, solve a system of linear equation in two variables using elimination method, solve a system of linear equation in two variables using the cross multiplication method, discriminate whether the given linear equations are consistent or inconsistent.
Let us see the linear equation in two variables. Consider a situation where the total cost of 2 tables and 8 chairs is Rs 15,000. How do we represent this in the form of an equation? We need separate variables to represent table and chair. Let x be the cost of one table and y be the cost of one chair. Then the expression can be given as shown here. If a is equal to 2, b is equal to 8 and c is equal to minus 15,000, then the equation will be in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers. This is the general form of a linear equation in two variables. Thus, any equation of the first degree having two variables such as x and y is called a linear equation in two variables. Let us discuss some important terms involved in linear equations. For any linear equation in two variables, the values which satisfy the equation are called solutions or roots of the equation. For example, the value which makes the equation x plus y is equal to 8 true are x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 7. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 6. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 5. X is equal to 4 and y is equal to 4, etc. The set that contains the solutions to the equations is known as solution set. Therefore, the solution set for x plus y is equal to 8 is 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5, 4, 4, and so on. Have a look at systems of linear equations. Let us assume that Nitya buys 3 apples and 5 oranges for Rs 55 and Vidya buys 4 apples and an orange for Rs 45. How much does each fruit cost? We can find out by solving the two equations. 3x plus 5y is equal to 55 and 4x plus y is equal to 45. The ordered pair that satisfies the pair of equations is called the solution for the pair of equation, which is called the system of linear equations. Consistency in system of equations. A system of equations which has at least one solution is called consistent. Consider a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, where a1 and a2 are the coefficients of x, b1 and b2 are the coefficients of y, and c1 and c2 are the constants. The given two equations are consistent and has unique solution when a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. The given two equations are consistent and has infinitely many solutions when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Inconsistency in system of equations. A system of equations which has no solutions is called inconsistent. Consider two equations. a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, where a1 and a2 are the coefficients of x, b1 and b2 are the coefficients of y, and c1 and c2 are the constants. The given two equations are inconsistent when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2.
Let us see the various methods involved in solving linear equations. There are two ways in which you can solve the system of linear equations, namely the method of elimination, the method of cross multiplication.
Let us use the method of elimination to solve the system of linear equations. Solve. X plus y is equal to 16. X minus y is equal to 6. Step 1. The coefficient of y in the equations is plus 1 and minus 1. They have the same absolute value and have opposite sign. Step 2. If we add the two equations, the variable y will be eliminated. Adding 1 and 2, we get 2x is equal to 22. This implies x is equal to 11. Step 3. Substitute the value of x in equation 1 or 2. We get y is equal to 5. Step 4. If x is equal to 11, then y is equal to 5. Therefore, the solution set is 11, 5. Let us use the method of cross multiplication to solve the system of linear equations. Write the given system of equations as shown here, where the coefficients are real numbers and not equal to 0. Write 1x, y in the first line as shown. Then, write the coefficients from the two equations in the next two lines. Then, by cross multiplying, we get the first term as 1 by a1b2 minus a2b1. By the next cross multiplication, we get x by b1c2 minus b2c1. By the last cross multiplication, we get y by c1a2 minus c2a1. Equating these two at a time and simplifying, we get x is equal to b1c2 minus b2c1 by a1b2 minus a2b1, and y is equal to c1a2 minus c2a1 by a1b2 minus a2b1.
In this topic, you have learnt any equation of the first degree having two variables is called a linear equation in two variables. The solution is represented in ordered pairs. Simultaneous linear equation can be solved using the method of substitution and cross multiplication method. If the system has at least one solution, then it is said to be consistent. If the system has no solution, then it is said to be inconsistent.